Hello and welcome to another episode of Minifigure Battles here at Atlanta Brick Co. Today we have three brave challengers entering the ring, ready to try their skills and might against the vicious comments that will decide who wins or loses this round. Michael is no stranger to the Minifigure Battles.
They're
He's
vicious,
been in one
man.
before. You were in the superhero challenge. That was a good
Scary,
series.
man.
But Grant is a new challenger here. He will be building a cool figure on the theme we will announce shortly. And Will is also new to this video series as well. Both of them have been in multiple videos before, but this is their first time with Minifigure Battles. So, yeah. How you guys feeling going into this? Excited? Nervous?
I've never built... so I have a lot of like Lego sets. Mm-hmm. I've never built custom stuff.
Yeah,
really?
At all. Like, I'm not a mock maker.
At all? Yeah.
So I've never made custom figures. Mm-hmm. I've never... I did, like, as a kid, I guess, but not in the past 7
never
years,
seriously.
maybe.
Yeah. And is that the same story for you as well, Grant?
So I've made customs off of like references, but I haven't come up with my own thing. Like
so
a good video
minimal custom minifigs experience,
Yes.
but you have a lot of sets. You know how to build a minifigure.
Yes.
You could probably build a little landscape 16 by 16 or less, right?
Yeah.
You probably. Worst
Rough,
case
but
scenario, you
yeah.
slap a little base plate down. You could, but yeah. So Michael knows the drill. He's a veteran. He's ready to just chomp
ready.
into this. All right. So
I got ideas for every single thing. You name it, I got an idea.
He's like dreams of it.
exactly, Michael is dreaming of all the themes. All right.
This is what I do.
He's a professional. Yes, he really is. Challenge is you get to build one minifigure. Let's keep it with one this time, using only Lego pieces, no knockoffs or mega blocks or anything. You're going to build you can build a landscape 16 by 16 or less. You don't have to build a landscape. You could put it on a minifigure stand and call it a day. However, the last few challenges have been determined by who has a cool landscape to go with their figure. That really factors into the voting.
Breeds a little like wow factor.
Exactly. How well he matches how well your figure matches the landscape and all that really plays into it. So, the theme that you guys will have to build is Western or desert, arid. Really looking for a Western vibe. I want to see some cowboy hats. I want to see sombreros. I want to see Native American feathers. I want to see like all the classic tropes of the Wild West.
Big Red Dead Redemption 2 fans.
Yes, exactly. I was chatting with the other Will down in the basement earlier, and he was saying you'd probably be excited for this theme, Will, because you like Western stuff in general. Well, that is the theme. You guys can now begin working on your figures. We'll see them at the end of the week. So,
All right.
yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll be back in a minute.
3 hours later.
All right, our three competitors are back with their figures, and some of them have builds. So let's go. I normally start right next to me, but let's start with Will today. Will, would you like to describe your figure and your scene for us?
Sure. So here we've got his name is Harry the Highwayman Marston. A little reference to Red Dead Redemption with the last name there.
Very nice.
And he's a bandit who, is on the outskirts of a desert town and saw this wagon rolling up to town, and he decided he'd just take it and bring it back to his little campsite. And so he's got figured this is a minifig battle, separate him from the terrain. Mm-hmm. He's got the poncho from the new Inquisitor scythe that comes on Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Very cool.
The Butch Cassidy, or is it Cassidy or is it?
Yeah, Cassidy.
Cavendish.
Cavendish.
Yeah.
If it's Lone Ranger, yes. So.
Yeah, the hat and hairpiece. I wanted to use that because there's most Lego hats like this typically don't have any hair at all.
Right.
So I wanted to have a bit more character with it. And then underneath he's got the CMF Series 13 legs, I believe, from the Sheriff, and then the Series 6 torso from the Bandit figure.
Very nice. We'll love it. That terrain is really speaking to me.
Thank you.
Every single episode, the landscape seems to get better and better. Everyone's rising to the challenge. You're not looking at Michael. We're gonna mess with Michael a little bit. I'm probably gonna cut that out. But yeah. So love the cart. I did not expect to see a full-on wagon full of goods and stuff. I was hoping to see some cactuses. So I'm really glad to see a great example of that right there. So great job. I'm gonna open the floor up to your competitors to let them drop some quick thoughts on your build if they want to. What about you, Grant? What do you think about Will's build?
It's really traditional and it fits the theme a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like the cactus, the little bushes on even under the cart. Yeah, that little bush there. That's a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the campfire too.
What about you, Michael? What do you think about Will's build?
I like that you actually had a build. Like what Grant said, I like the bushes underneath the wagon. You really didn't miss out on detail there. I also like the cactus. The cactus is
Yeah.
it's really cool.
It's a pretty killer cactus. Well, great job, Will. Excellent stuff. We'll see how the comments treat you once this video uploads. But Grant, why don't you present your build and your figure next?
Okay. So, I took a lot of inspiration on mine from Stranger Things and the Upside Down, and specifically Vecna. So, this is No-Eyed Nick. He was a jailkeeper, a prison guard in the 1830s, but he was actually sent to the Upside Down by one's great-great-great-grandfather. Now, he went to the Upside Down and he started ravaging the lands. That's why there's a bunch of scorpions and stuff. It's still the realistic world. Like, there's a cactus with a little vine coming out of it. There's a couple vines coming out of the gate that he just tore down. His main thing is fire, and that's why the Upside Down hates fire now. It's because he came in, and with his belt of fire, which is on this orange piece from the Argus Filch legs, it looks like just a regular belt. But he is going through the gate and starting to destroy a city.
Nice.
Yeah. And he also has his trusty steed. So.
Does the steed have a name too, or no?
No.
Okay.
He's just like Voldemort.
It's just you. You
Just
there.
steed.
Come here.
Just steed.
It's the steed. Awesome.
So.
Well, Grant, that is a really interesting take on the theme of Western. It is very Western, but very alternate reality Western, which is a fun twist. I like all the different creatures you have over the terrain. Another nice terrain chunk as well. Very impressed with two builders who said they had no mock building or custom minifig making experience. Some really great stuff. Yeah, I'm going to open up the floor. Will, what do you think about Grant's build here?
I really like it. As someone who'd never done freeform terrain, I asked for a few tips from him. I hadn't seen the build fully before this bit, but I knew that there was going to be some freeform by him as well. So as someone who had never tried it before, I found it very helpful. And also, I like the color of that sand blue. I like how it's similar to sand. It's a bit lighter than the terrain work around it, but it's got a bit more contrast too. I find that to be very enjoyable to look at.
Like
For
contrast with the fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Michael? What do you think about Grant's build?
Like the blue, I like the contrast with the fire. I like how you put a little bit of upside down twist and the face of I forgot his name.
No-Eyed Nick.
No-Eyed Nick actually looks like Vecna in a way.
I like the hat a lot too.
I like the hat.
That was the first piece I got of the whole build was the hat.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
I think it's from the Musketeer from the CMF.
Yeah, it was the CMF. It was either the Musketeer or the... yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Well, great job, Grant. Hopefully the comments are in your favor. We'll see. Now we'll get over to Michael. Michael, you want to explain your figure and your story?
Now, before I do that, I just want to point this out that this is a minifigure challenge and should not represent any terrain whatsoever. It's all about the minifigure.
Yes.
Now, let me point this out. This is Texas Pete. No correlation with the hot sauce. He is a discharged sheriff because he got his arm blown off in a mining accident. So, his arm is made of copper, which has been oxidized over the years. So now it's green, kind of like the Statue of Liberty. I got the hat from the Series 15, the sheriff. Same with the pants. And then I also got the torso from it was another CMF series, but it was a minor.
The Prospector, right?
The Prospector. And then I got his cape or his
kind of shawl.
A shawl from the Dementor from the Hogwarts Express, the newer one.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I just kind of folded it in half, and I really wish it would have went down a little more.
Well, it looks like the wind is blowing.
Exactly, yeah. It's
I like
it's nice that way.
If I had a scene, I could have done it tumbleweed.
Just get a little fan up there and a little
fan. But this is about the minifigure once again. Yeah, so I just want to point this out once again that I work almost every day this week.
Michael's a busy guy.
I had around 30 minutes to make this. I could not have any time for that. That's the same song.
Makes up for the terrain work.
Yeah, right.
Amazing.
It makes up for
No
the
terrain work. All you need is a kazoo.
He has a theme song.
The musical performance, yes.
Exactly.
A musical performance. Just imagine you see the shadow of this man approaching you from a mile away and you just hear that kazoo song.
Here's a little silhouette just walking up.
Well, that was a great presentation, Michael. I think that more than makes up for your lack of scene. It is worth mentioning that the spirit of the minifigure battles is really focused on the figure. The scene is an added bonus.
It's an addition,
so,
yeah.
So keep that in mind when voting, but, obviously there's some great scenes to behold here, too. So, all right. Well, I'm going to open up to Will and Grant. Let's start with you, Will. What do you think about Michael's figure?
I really like it. The oxidized copper arm thing was something that I was looking at the figure earlier and curious about the sanguine arm, and I thought that was pretty interesting to sort of add that as part of the story. And also, we used the same legs, and I just had to go with those legs. I see why you went with
They're
them.
really good.
The holster on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really adds to that.
I like the unity of your figure. It's a lot of the same parts. The only thing is the cape. Maybe obviously you can end up like a brown cape, but it does fit. And like I said, we were talking about the wind. The cape being sideways does actually kind of look cool. I love that hat too.
Nice.
And that arm that's a really, really creative idea with the arm.
Yes,
So.
well, I think your figure actually looks quite good, Michael,
Yeah.
even for only 30 minutes of time to build
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
I also
Yeah,
really
so-
loved your heartfelt musical performance. I think that
Thank you.
The voting should definitely consider that when they're leaving
Right.
their comments.
Consider
Let me double check the votes for the last episode. All right, so last round, Daniel won, so congratulations to Daniel. The other two did very well as well, but this time we'll announce this results on the next video as always. We missed it last time, so we had to edit that in, but I'm not going to do it this time. Thank you guys so much for competing. We'll see how the comments go. Hopefully you guys have some good luck. We'll see. Yeah, we'll be back with more minifigure battles later, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.